Alright, now the first two videos were reviews of our skills from last week. This week we are still dividing decimals. We are still diving into it. You're still going to have lots of opportunity to practice dividing decimals. But we must take it up to the next level. So if you look at this example, step 1 is move my decimal. So I'm going to move this one spot, and that's going to give me 15 with my decimal point here. If I move this one spot, then that's going to give me 683.1. But we have a problem because our goal is to get rid of all the decimals. So, in order for that to happen, then I've got to move this decimal again, 6831, and I also have to move this one more time, so this becomes 150. Our goal is to get rid of all decimals. And so sometimes, if the decimal place is in the way, then we have to move it on both numbers. Last week, we practiced just this side having a decimal point, and this week we're diving into this side. So, it's a little bit more difficult, and we have a couple weeks for you to master this skill, so don't stress out, but all the steps are the same. So we moved our decimals, and now we have whole numbers. So now we have to make a cheat sheet. And we're making a cheat sheet for 150. The good news is it's the same thing as making a cheat sheet for 15, but we just add a 0. So we get 15 times 1 is 15, then put a 0. 15 times 2 is 30, then put a 0, because we're doing 150, like that. So 150 times 3, 15 times 3 is 45, then put a 0. 15 times 4 is 60, put a 0. Hopefully you're seeing the pattern for multiplying, and then put a 0. And then 15 times 6 is 90, then put a 0. So it involves a little more numbers, but as long as you can multiply your basic facts, you should be okay. I think I'm good to stop right here because of these numbers, so I will stop at 6. If I need to go back, I will add more to our cheat sheet. So now I'm going to get 150, 6831. So, because this is a 3-digit number, we have to look at 3 digits. So now we're trying to get as close to 683 without going over. So I go back to my cheat sheet, and I see this is going to be this 4. So I put my 4 like this, and that's 600. And then we add that 0, so then we get 138. This number is bigger than this number, so we have to do another box. So I get 150 to 831. So we go back to our cheat sheet, and we're trying to get close to 831. Well, 900 is too big, so we have to use this 5, which is 750. And it goes there. And we subtract, we get 1. We cannot subtract there, we have to borrow. So now we're left with 81. 81 is smaller than this, so we can stop. So we add the numbers on the top, and then we have our remainder 81. It seems a little bit more difficult, but it's the exact same thing. So if you can get the basic level 1 stuff, then you should be able to do this. The next video, our last video, is going to be a practice video where I work out some problems. So hopefully you will have plenty of opportunity to practice it. You will see more dividing decimals on your homework than normal because I noticed that a lot of you are a little weak and you need more opportunities to practice. Thanks!